Hello students, welcome to my YouTube channel Dear Mathematics and also welcome to the chapter of coordinate geometry. Before going to today's video session, let us have some of the important results based upon the coordinate geometry part. A quadrilateral is a rectangle if its opposite sides are equal and diagonals are equal. That means to prove a quadrilateral as a rectangle, we have to prove two cases. The first one is the opposite sides are equal, and the second one we have to prove that the diagonals are equal. Similarly, in the second case, a quadrilateral is a square if its all sides are equal, and then another case is there, the diagonals are equal. In the third case, a quadrilateral is a parallelogram but not a rectangle. A parallelogram but not a rectangle. That means we have to prove that it is a parallelogram but it must not be a rectangle. Then again we have to go for two cases. The first one is opposite sides are equal but the diagonals are not equal. Similarly, in case of rhombus, a quadrilateral is said to be a rhombus but it is not a square. Then again we have to prove two cases here. The first one is if its all sides are equal but the diagonals are not equal with each other. Before going to today's problematic video session, let us have the revision of distance formula. So here it is the distance formula. The distance between Px1 y1 and Qx2 y2 is given by PQ is equal to square root of sum of squares of x2 minus x1 and y2 minus y1, and this is the required formula which is used to evaluate or to find out the distance between any two points on the two-dimensional plane. Another note is there, the distance of a point Pxy from the origin is given by OP is equal to x square plus y square, the square root of x square plus y square having positive sign, because distance can never be negative. So these two formulas are generally we are going to use in our exercise part. Then let us have some of the problems based upon this distance formula. So here it is the first problem based upon the distance formula, and it has been asked to find out the distance between the two given points. So let us start from the given conditions here. Let A 2 minus 3 and B minus 6 3 be the two given points. Here x1 is equal to 2 and y1 is equal to minus 3. Similarly, x2 is equal to minus 6 and y2 is equal to 3. The distance between A and V, the distance between the two given points A and V is AV is equal to, first of all let us put the formula here which is used to evaluate the distance between the two given points. Then by putting this here, by substituting the values of x1 y1 x2 y2 here, we have this is 64 plus 36, that means square root of 100, and that is 10 unit. So here it is the procedure to evaluate the distance between any two points. Then moving towards to the next problem and the case of a collinear of 3 points. So here is the condition for collinearity of 3 points. Let us consider 3 points A, B and C are there in the 2-dimensional plane. If the distance of AV, if the distance between AV, that means the length of AV plus length of BC gives us the result as length of AC, that means A, B and C are collinear, that means B lies in between A and C. Similarly, if the length of BC plus length of CA is equal to the length of VA, that means you have to confirm that the point C lies in between B and A, that means the 3 points B, C and A are collinear. Similarly, if the length of CA plus length of AB is very much equal to length of CB, that means you have to understand that the point A lies in between the 2 points C and B and they are collinear. But in the sequence C, A, B are collinear. The another case is there, fourth case, B divides AC in some ratio lambda is to 1. Then also we can say that either it is internally or it is externally. Then we can also say that ABC. Suppose B is a point which divides the line segment AC internally. Suppose it divides internally, then we can say that A, B, C are collinear. If it divides internally, then we can say that A, B, C are collinear. So by using these fundamentals, we have to solve this problem. Here it has been asked to find out, using the distance formula, prove that the points A, B, C are the collinear points. Solution. Okay, these are the given points. So given that A minus 2, 3, B 1, 2 and C 7, 0 are any 3 points. So first of all we have to find out AB here. AB is equal to 1 minus 2, that means then 2 minus 3. So it is 3 square plus whole square of minus 1. Then this is 9 plus 1. That means it is root 10. Then again moving towards to the length of BC. So considering these 2 points, we have so it is 6 square plus whole square of minus 2. Then this is 36 plus 10. That means it is 40. That means it is 2 root 10. Then moving towards to the length of SC. So considering these 2 points SC, so it is 7 plus 2, because 7 minus 2, that means it is 7 plus 2. Then it is 0 minus 3 and it's a whole square. So it is 9 square plus 3 square. So it is 81 plus 9, that means it is square root of 90, and this is 3 root 10. So from here you can see that AB plus SC, okay, AB plus BC. Now AB plus BC root 10 plus 2 root 10, that implies AB plus BC is equal to 3 root 10. That implies AB plus BC is equal to AC. So here it satisfies the collinearity of 3 points because the length of any two sides AB plus BC is very much equal to or exactly equal to the third side AC. So the 3 points A, B and C are collinear. So in which form it is collinear? These are collinear in the case of A, B, C. That means B lies in between the 2 points A and C. So here it is the proof of the problem number 2. Then we will move to some another problems. In the third problem, we have to prove that the points, 4 given points are there, and we have to prove that these 4 points are the vertices of a rhombus. We have to prove that this is a rhombus. This is a 0, 5, B minus 2 minus 2, C 5, 0. And this is D7, 7. Let A 0, 5, B minus 2 minus 2, C 5, 0 and D7, 7 are the 4 given points. We have to prove that these 4 points are the vertices of a rhombus. That means if we have to prove that a quadrilateral is a rhombus, we have to prove 2 cases here. All the sides, the length of all the sides must be equal, and another case is there, the most important case is there, the diagonals, the length of the 2 diagonals must not be equal with each other. So first of all, let us find out the length of all the sides. So here AB is equal to so it is 4, okay, whole square of minus 2 plus whole square of minus 7. That means it is 4 plus 49. That means it is square root of 53. Then BC, it is 5 plus 2, then this is 0 plus 2, and this is 7 square plus 2 square. So it is 49 plus 4 and it is also equal to square root of 53. Then CD, it is 2 square plus 7 square. It is also equal to square root of 53. Then DA, so now we have proved that all the sides are equal, length of all the sides are equal. Here it is square root of 53, square root of 53, square root of 53, and the last line segment is also of the length square root of 53. Then we have to go for the second case. That means we have to prove that the length of the 2 diagonals are not equal with each other. So first of all, find out the diagonal SC here, the length of SC. So SC is equal to it is 5 root 2. Then we have to find out the length of the second diagonal VD here. which is not equal to 5 root 2 because it is equal to 9 root 2. So here all the sides are equal, but the diagonals are not equal, so it is a rhombus. So it is a rhombus, and here it is the proof of the very important problem for this video session, in which we have proved that these 4 points are the vertices of a rhombus, not the vertices of a rectangle, not the vertices of a square, not the vertices of a rectangle, not the vertices of a parallelogram. It is the vertices of a rhombus. Then moving towards to the next problem. The problem number 4 is very much different type of problem rather than the previous problems. Here 3 points are given to you, in which one point contains a variable x, and then we have to find out the value of that variable x by using the condition of the length of AB is equal to length of BC. So it is the primary evidence which we have to use, and then we have to find out the value of x here. Given that A6 minus 1, B13 and Cx8 be the 3 points. It is given that AB is equal to BC. That implies AB is equal to, here by putting the general formula for distance formula. Okay, before going to the formula, first of all let us square both sides. Squaring both sides, we have AB square is equal to BC square, because whenever we are putting squares on both sides, we don't have to write down the square roots again. So it will be just square of 1 minus 6 plus square of 3 minus minus 1, that means it is 3 plus 1. Similarly, in the case of BC, it is whole square of x minus 1 plus whole square of 8 minus 3, then it is minus 5 square plus it is 4 square, it is so it is 25 plus 4 square, it is 25. Cancelling both of the 25s from the both sides, now we have whole square of, first of all let us write down this right hand side part, then let us write down the left hand side part. So the value of x minus 1 is equal to plus minus 4. That means it has 2 cases. The first one is x minus 1 is equal to plus 4, or x minus 1 is equal to minus 4. So here x is equal to 5 or x is equal to minus 3, and this is the solution for the problem number 4. Then let us move towards to the last problem of this current video session, which is the problematic part of the distance formula. Then coming to us to the problem number 5. In the problem number 5, it has been asked to show that the 4 points are given to you, and we have to prove that these 4 points are the vertices of a rectangle. So let us go towards, or let us discuss about the condition for proof of the rectangle, the proof of a quadrilateral as a rectangle. It has 2 cases. The opposite sides must be equal, that means the length of the opposite sides are equal with each other, and then the Second case is very much important. The diagonals must be equal with each other. That means we have to prove that a quadrilateral is a rectangle by proving two conditions. So let us go through the proof of the problem number 5. So here it is A 0 minus 1, then this is B 83, then this is C 67 and D minus 2 3. Let A 0 minus 1, B 83, C 67 and D minus 2 3 are the four vertices of a rectangle, okay, of a quadrilateral, because we have to prove this as a rectangle of a quadrilateral ABCD. First of all, we have to prove that the opposite sides are equal with each other. So AB is equal to, it is whole square of 8 minus 0 plus whole square 3 plus 1. So it is 36. Okay, this is 64 plus this is 16. This is square root of 80. Then VC, it is whole square of 6 minus 8 plus whole square of 7 minus 3. So it is whole square of minus 2. It is 4. It is whole square of 4. It is 16. That means it is square root of 20. Then CD, minus 2 minus 6 plus 3 minus. Here it is 64 plus 16. It is square root of 80. Then DA, it is 0 plus 2. Then plus square of minus 1 minus 3. So it is 4 plus 16. That means it is square root of 20. So here you can see that the value of AB is equal to value of a CD and the value of a BC is equal to the value of a DA here. That means the opposite sides are equal here. Then just we have to prove that the length of the diagonals are also equal with each other. So SC is equal to, it is 6 minus 0, then square of 7 plus 1. So it is 36 plus 64. That means square root of 100, it is 10. Then the length of a BD, minus 2 minus 8 plus 3 minus 3. It is 100 plus 0, that means square root of 100, and that is 10, and they are equal with each other. As the opposite sides are equal, and also the diagonals are equal with each other, so ABCD is a rectangle, and here it is the proof of the problem number 5. Then after the completion of this problem, just we are skipping the distance formula, because we have already discussed about the distance formula, the proof of the distance formula, then some of the fundamental notes based upon the distance formula. After that, we have gone through the various problems, important problems based upon the distance formula. Now, let us move through the last part of the video session, that is the area of a triangle. Then let us discuss about the area of the triangle, and we have to evaluate the area of the triangle by using the three vertices of a given triangle. Suppose there is a triangle ABC and the three vertices are like this: A x1 y1, B x2 y2 and C x3 y3. As area is never negative, so we have to use here the modulus symbol for the area, and this delta symbol is used for the area. Then the area is equal to, the area of the triangle ABC is equal to half of modulus of x1 multiplied with y2 minus y3 plus x2 multiplied with y3 minus y1 plus x3 multiplied with y1 minus y2. In the determinant form, we can also represent this area of the triangle, and area of the triangle is equal to half of a determinant of, this is the determinant symbol and this is the modulus symbol. We have to convert the negative numbers into positive because area can never be negative. But this is not the modulus symbol, this is the determinant symbol, and you are going to study a topic of a determinant in your 12th class mathematics. So this is delta is equal to half of determinant of x1 y1 1, x2 y2 1 and x3 y3 1, and these two representations are very much equal with each other. That means whenever you will expand this determinant, you will find out this. So another note is there, area of the triangle having vertices 0 0, that means one of the vertex is the origin. 0 0 means one of the vertex is the origin and the rest of the two are x1 y1 x2 y2, that means any other 2 points which are on the two dimensional plane. In that case, whenever out of the three vertices one of the vertex is the origin itself, then area is equal to half of the modulus of x1 y2 minus x2 y1. This is the modulus symbol here. So by using this formula, we have to find out, or we have to solve this problem, the problem number 6. Given that A 3 4, B minus 4 3 and C 8 6 are the three vertices of the triangle ABC, Then here we have to find out the area of the triangle. So first of all, let us write down here x1 is equal to 3, y1 is equal to 4, then x2 is equal to minus 4, y2 is equal to 3, then x3 is equal to 8, y3 is equal to 6. Area of the triangle ABC is given by, area is equal to half of modulus of x1 multiplied with y2 minus y3 plus x2 multiplied with y3 minus y1 plus x3 multiplied with y1 minus y2. So it is half of, then by substituting these values here, 3 multiplied with 3 minus 6 plus x2, the value of x2 it is minus 4 multiplied with 6 minus 4 plus x3 multiplied with y1 minus y2, that means 4 minus 3. Then just simplifying these steps, it is 3 multiplied with minus 3, that means minus 9 plus minus 4 multiplied with 2, minus 8 plus 8. Plus 8 minus 8 got cancelled, 1 by 2 modulus of minus 9, that means it is 9/2 square unit. So here it is the final solution, or you can say that area of the given triangle that we have evaluated by using the vertices of the given triangle ABC. Then let us move towards and discuss some of the more fundamentals based upon the area of the triangle. Then let us discuss about the condition for collinearity of 3 points. So we have already discussed about the condition of collinearity of 3 points in case of the distance formula. But now presently we are going to discuss about the condition of collinearity of 3 points in the section of area of the triangle. That means by using the fundamental of area of the triangle, we have to prove that the 3 points are collinear. So if 3 points A x1 y1, B x2 y2 and C x3 y3 are collinear, that means to prove 3 points A x1 y1, B x2 y2 and C x3 y3 are collinear, then we have to consider the triangle of area of the triangle ABC is equal to 0. If area of the triangle ABC is equal to 0, then in that case we can say that the 3 points ABC are collinear. If the area of the triangle ABC is equal to 0, that means half of a modulus of x1 into y2 minus y3 plus x2 into y3 minus y1 plus x3 into y1 minus y2 is equal to 0. Then by shifting this half towards the right hand side and by removing the modulus symbol here, we can have x1 into y2 minus y3 plus x2 into y3 minus y1 plus x3 into y1 minus y2 is equal to 0, and this is the necessary condition and which we have to use to prove that the 3 points are collinear. Any 3 given points are collinear. So we have to use this condition, and by using this condition, let us solve the problem number 7. In the problem number 7, it has been given that prove that A minus 2 3, B 1 2 and C 7 0 are collinear. So here it is the solution part. Given that A minus 2 3, B 1 2 and C 7 0 are any 3 points, then we have to use the condition for collinearity in the area of the triangle case. So first of all, let us write down x1 is equal to minus 2, then y1 is equal to 3, x2 is equal to 1, y2 is equal to 2, x3 is equal to 7, y3 is equal to 0. Now x1 multiplied with y2 minus y3 plus x2 multiplied with y3 minus y1 plus x3 multiplied with y1 minus y2. Then by putting these values here, minus 2 multiplied with y2 minus y3, 2 minus 0 plus x2 multiplied with y3 minus y1, 0 minus 3 plus 7 multiplied with 3 minus 2. Then it is minus 4 minus 3 plus 7 and that is equal to 0. As the results gets equal to 0, hence the 3 given points A, B and C are collinear, and here it is the proof of the problem number 7. Then there exists the last part or fundamental part in which we are going to discuss about the area of a quadrilateral as well as area of a polygon. Then we can conclude our video session for today. So these are the 2 last fundamental notes, or you can say that area of a quadrilateral and area of a polygon fundamental based upon the coordinate geometry part, but basically there does not appear any questions based upon area of a quadrilateral and area of a polygon in your board exam. But let us discuss about them. Let ax1 y1, bx2 y2, cx3 y3 and dx4 y4 with the 4 vertices of a quadrilateral. Then the area of the triangle quadrilateral, area of the quadrilateral is given by by using this determinant method. Delta is equal to, or area is equal to, half of modulus of sum of these four determinants. Similarly, area of a polygon can also be represented or evaluated by the following determinant methods. Another method is there to evaluate the area of a quadrilateral. Suppose there is a quadrilateral A x1 y1, B x2 y2, C x3 y3 and D x4 y4. This is the determinant method. Or also you can find out area of the quadrilateral ABCD is equal to area of, let us draw a diagonal here, AC, then area of the triangle ABC plus area of the triangle ADC. Because very simply you can evaluate the area of the triangle ABC or area of the triangle ADC by using our general method of evaluation of area of a triangle that we have just discussed. So these are the methods that we have to use. Both of the methods you can use, either the determinant method or the triangle method, then you can find out the area of the quadrilateral. Then let us discuss about the last problem of this kind of video session, then we have to conclude the video session. So here is the last problem, and you have been asked to find out the area of the quadrilateral ABCD whose vertices are A11, B7 minus 3, C12 2 and D721. This is 721 respectively. Before going to this problem, let us discuss about, or a brief analysis about the determinant. Suppose it is given by 2, 4, 5 and 8. And we have to find out or evaluate this determinant. Then it will be multiplication of the main diagonal elements, that means multiplication of 2 with 8. First of all, you have to multiply these two elements from the leftmost topmost towards the rightmost bottommost position, minus 4 multiplied with 5. Then it is 16 minus 20, then it is minus 4. Let us get another problem here. 3, 8, 2, 12, then 3 multiplied with 12, minus 8 multiplied with 2, it is 36, minus 16, this is 20. Okay, by using these concepts, let us find out the area of the quadrilateral ABCD. Given that A11, B7 minus 3, C12 2 and D721 are the four vertices of the quadrilateral ABCD. Here x1 is equal to 1, y1 is equal to 1, x2 is equal to 7, y2 is equal to minus 3, x3 is equal to 12, y3 is equal to 2, x4 is equal to 7, y4 is equal to 21. Area of the quadrilateral ABCD is given by area is equal to half of, then a modulus of x1 y1, x2 y2 plus x2 y2, x3 y3 plus x3 y3, x4 y4 plus x4 y4, then x1 y1. Then by putting these values here, x1 y1, that means a half 1 1 7 minus 3 plus 7 minus 3 12 2, then 12 2 7 21 plus 7 21 1 1. Then just by solving you can find out the answer very easily, and it will be 132 square unit, which is the solution of the problem number 8. So here in this topic or in this video session we have just discussed about the distance formula, problems based upon the distance formula, and then area of the triangle, then area of the polygon, and as well as area of the quadrilateral. In the next video session we are going to discuss about the section formula. Till then, thank you.